Boom.
Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of podcast, man. It's been a long
Long
time.
week.
It's been 3 weeks because I'm put more to blame on me. We need to be more active on social media. And I
Yeah.
definitely need to be more active on social media because I told you what, Twitter and, well, X and
TikTok.
Yeah, X and TikTok, which you don't need to be nearly as active on those. Well, Twitter during the like pay-per-views, I would say try to be active on those. But like the other stuff, it's like
Eh,
we need to be more active. We need to be more active on social media. So you guys did not know the reason why it's been 3 weeks instead of 2 weeks because I finally was like, okay, maybe if we just do this every 2 weeks, we won't miss no episodes. Everything will be okay. This man had to go to Cancun. So then it was 3 weeks, and something could have happened to this man. Like I could have lost my co-host, and the world would have not known until like
nah.
the next episode. I'd have just came on here because like people in the comments were like, "Where's Hollywood?" I'd be like, "Let's just say him and Ric Flair got something in common. They both was in planes. Only one made it out there."
Crazy. This is my co-host, but she's negative on me.
Which I didn't
Making
want the
fun.
negative. I was happy you were okay. You were calling me a shit ton and making sure, letting me know that you
Yeah.
was living he was living the bougie life out there. But this man was using, those like glasses. Um,
You need sunglasses like regular people.
they said that you joined in portrait that you should maybe switch to landscape. That's what it literally just gave me a heads up, a notification here on the screen.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it said heads up. Hollywood joined in portrait orientation. You might want to tell them to switch to landscape orientation so it matches yours.
Be portrait.
Hmm?
So you want me to do landscape?
I mean, you could do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm just saying it just that's never happened before. That's never like popped up.
I mean, eh?
Yeah, yeah. Nah. You look like put it back. What the fuck is that? Yeah, fix
A
it. There you
window.
go. Yeah, there you go. Now you're good. I don't even know why I said that. You look better when you put it like that. You literally were like you then turned sideways. Like you didn't. I think what they meant was like somehow some way to turn it like that, and then like you looking like me, but it's like you're using your phone. You're not using like a
Yeah.
computer like I am. Well, and a webcam. Pretty shitty. Well, actually, not even really a shitty. It's a pretty cheap webcam, but it's pretty good though. You know.
Yeah. That's
Anyways,
fine.
anyways, it's
My,
wrestling.
my,
Wrestling.
my phone, my phone can process all of that shit. Like very good.
Your shit always be done. But that is because I think you're doing it on your phone. Like I think if I did my shit on my phone too, my shit would be like ours would be uploaded at the same time.
Yeah.
Um, but anyways, so since our last episode, lots happened, and I've tried to genuinely get back into. I can't be a wrestling fan and not watch the product. I've tried to stick with watching as much as I could. I'm off on Mondays for my job, so I try to my best to watch Monday Night Raw. Tuesdays NXT. I always forget. I'm being very honest. I always forget NXT. Wednesday's Dynamite. Wednesday I work my regular job, and that's the busiest night of the week for us. So I can never peacefully watch that shit while I'm at the job. And until I leave that job, I don't see a Wednesday where that won't happen. I think there's been one peaceful Wednesday, and it wasn't even peaceful. It was still like a decent amount of people that came up, but it wasn't as hectic. I mean, I've had lines. I've had a line with like six people one time waiting for like to get food for me and shit like that. At my job. So a lot's happened. Like I said, we were supposed to record last week, but he was in Cancun. Enjoying his birthday. How old are you now, by the way, man? Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. 23. Living the life.
Damn, you're
Living the
old.
dream. How old are you?
Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
Old
no, I'm
bastard.
24. Imagine like I'm like 35, right? And I just don't look it. And they're just like, damn, bro, this man's 35 with a peak shirt on, bro. He got nothing going for him in life like that. But nah, yeah, I'm 24. Turned 24 in May. Your birthday is actually the same day as my mom's.
Yeah.
Unironically.
So, hey, it could be fate. No, people will never know.
Yeah. Anybody want to be a co-host? Just put the application, send it to the email. You gotta let me know like your top five wrestlers of all time. What's your favorite? Like I'm about to have a whole process now. Like they gotta answer all these questions, and if I like the answers, you get to beat it. And I'm gonna make sure that it says Hollywood and everything like that, like on the shit. Like you're no longer Hollywood. It's gonna be that person.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna get the name trademark. But no, in all seriousness, I hope you had a good time in Cancun, bro.
I
I
did.
apologize. I had to take some sips, man. It's hot as a fucking ain't. I was about to say anuses. It's hot as Satan's ass out here, bro. You're in New York. I'm in Delaware, but I don't. Are you guys going through a heat wave also, or is that just
Yeah.
them? Yeah. Anyways, let's actually get into wrestling. So fucking basically, yeah, exactly what the fuck happened right after we got done last episode before you left. I think Jacob Fatu came. That's when he came, right?
Yup.
Yeah, Jacob Fatu in WWE finally debuted as with that name, Jacob Fatu. Um, yeah, because we covered the other two
Yeah.
in the last episode, right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we covered. But if we didn't, Tonga Lawa and Tama Tonga
Mm.
also debuted around that time, like a couple weeks apart. Each of them, all three of them. So now they're all part of the bloodline with Solo Sikoa. Um, and
Also, Paul Heyman's out.
damn, I was about to get to there, but that's cool.
All right. My fault.
But
My fault.
but fucking, I was just gonna say, Jacob Fatu is an absolute beast, man.
Of course.
After seeing his performance last night, Money in the Bank, which we're gonna get into in a little bit, but that that dude, I see why he was always talking about he was gonna dog walk motherfuckers in his promos. He was out here dog walking people, bro. He was just built different. Like it's scary when somebody's that big and they're just that fast and that agile. It's just scary to look at.
And that could do a moonsault and all that bullshit.
Just
For
like,
real,
bro, who
Samoa Werewolf.
who? Yeah, who? And that's a cool ass name too. But yeah, so he debuted and beat up three top baby faces that same night on some savage shit. Like they made sure to say like he's not just some ordinary lackey. He's not just some Samoan wrestler. Nah, this dude comes in and means business, bro. He beat up Cody. I think he beat up Kevin Owens and Randy too. But it's the fact that they let the Golden Boy, they let Cody get a beating from him was crazy.
So honestly, when you were in the champion will stay looking strong now. These now it's really taking a part where a good debut shows that they're a strong candidate for the world championship and all that. Especially if they're in the bloodline.
Yeah.
Except
they
Noah Tonga.
Yeah, I was about to say Tonga Loa, he's like the odd man out. Like I felt like that was gonna happen with at least like one of them because I guess there was five in the original bloodline, but they were all still they were all like individual, but it's like with Tama Tonga and Tonga Lao, it's like you could have had either or because they're just like eerily similar, like in the way they look, the way they act, everything like that. So it's just like because they're brothers, so it's like you could have honestly just had either or. So the fact you brought on both, now you kind of have like an extra dude who now he has to do something to kind of maybe he could be like the new mouthpiece now with Paul Heyman being out or something, or maybe just give him something because Sammy, that's what Sammy was there for. Sammy was kind of like the mouthpiece, Sami Zayn, and then trying to break everybody every fucking week, break characters and shit, bro. But I don't know. I feel like he needs something because it's just like I'm already like, especially after like last night, like he was trying to be like intimidating all stuff like that. And I'm just like, I think he's also like the smallest out of all of them, like in height wise.
So.
Something like, bro, like you're Like he just seemed like the odd man out, and he's a good wrestler. Not going to take that away from him. They're all great wrestlers. I just think that like the bloodline, like doesn't necessarily need him. Like it could have been the three, which would have made it even scarier. Be like, I don't even have a full fledged bloodline, air quotations, like 4 or 5 members. I only need two, and we're just running shit, kind of
Supposedly
deal.
there, supposedly there's like another one, and he's supposed to like he got trademark in WWE. So and like this one, he's a giant. So it's like I was thinking like, how you gonna debut this man? And which would be crazy if like if it's really Solo versus Cody, and he debuted right there and hope Solo wins. That should be wild.
Yeah, it would be. But with everybody kind of turn on Cody a little bit, it's like I don't know. Triple H listens to the fans a lot more than
Yeah,
what Vince did. So if they're like, listen, you got your moment. Nobody ever said you got to be a champion for long.
true.
You know. Um, but yeah, so
You beat the
Jacob
tribal
Fatu,
chief.
yeah, so Jacob Fatu debuted. Hmm, nothing really like. Well, I think didn't Joe Hendry that like same week or
Oh yeah, for
debuted
NXT.
in NXT, which was like I said, I remember him from the What Culture Pro Wrestling days. I haven't seen any of his stuff in TNA. They say he does really good in TNA though. I kind of, from looking at his entrance, I guess his gimmick is kind of like he thinks he's like all that, kind of like a almost like a glorious Bobby Roode type deal. Because it's like he
Oh,
like turns around and the camera like zooms in right in his face and he's like smiling and he's like looking like a fucking geek. Like
but it's like it's just when you say his name, he appears. That's the whole gimmick. That's what it's like. People to avoid him.
it's kind of funny as fuck. Like, I wonder where Joe Hendry's at. He just comes out from like someplace. He's just like
Yeah,
pokes his head out, like all
you know,
creepily.
like that's why you hear his music and all that. And then I believe in Joe Hendry. Dun, 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 dun.
Just the fact you know the theme song.
Bro,
So even though it's
sexy.
not wrestling related, it's still kind of wrestling related. But I think it was either last week or the week before that. Um, at the UFC event, there was a Japanese fighter, and he had Shinsuke Nakamura in his corner.
Yes, and which was I love that.
And the guy won, so they were taking pictures. This man was like doing his little pose and shit. I was like, "Hey, it's Shinsuke." I was like, "Why does he look familiar?"
Why does he look familiar? Why?
I was like, "Oh shit, that's Shinsuke. That's Shinsuke Nakamura." But yeah, I'm like, "Damn, we haven't seen Shinsuke in a while."
I mean, but it
Um,
makes sense now.
yeah, he's
He
chilling. He's doing other shit.
I would say legit. I think Shinsuke was in Jiu-Jitsu. I'm trying to remember what belt. Like,
Bro, it's the fact
but,
I gotta drink water like this, so I don't fucking die. Just the
well,
heat, just the heat, bro. But I feel like Triple H. You know, it's just instead of spitting out water, I'm just swallowing it.
oh,
Pause. No dick.
oh, that's funny as fuck.
I forget what the fuck was said at my job the other day, but my dad he was like, as the youngsters would say, "No Diddy." I was like, I just stopped what I
Huh.
was doing. I just stared at him for a while. I was just like, get out of here. But
Everybody
fucking
with culture.
yeah, fucking So like
Yeah,
Joe Hendry appeared at NXT. Um,
there
I
was
mean,
NXT Battleground.
oh yeah, NXT back. I think I did see that. Yeah, that was actually a pretty good event. It was a lot of fun. Um, I'm trying to think. Yeah, Dynamite. I don't know, man. AEW. I don't really watch it no more, man. It's just like I'm still seeing clips and stuff like that, but it's just like I feel like they just have straight up. It's just became another TNA when Hogan and Eric Bischoff took over,
Mm,
like type of deal. Like it was not revolutionary, but it was something brand new. It was fresh. Which in the wrestling world, if you have a company and you're a big company, like you're not just oh, you can only pay your wrestlers $50 or a slice of pizza or some shit, and you only got 10 people in the crowd. Like you legitimately have the money to and have big names to associate so that way you can sell the tickets, whatever. If you're fresh, you're gonna get an audience. Like Lucha Libre Underground. I was on to that shit when that shit first came out. I was like, bro, Lucha Libre Underground was fire. Um, but I just feel like now it's like almost like they're like a shell of themselves, especially with the fact that all their wrestlers kind of don't give a fuck and just continuously keep re-injuring themselves. Like they'll be gone for 6 months, come back, do 2 matches, and then add a pay-per-view match, get injured again. Like Kenny Omega has wrestled like once in the last like 3 years because he's been either suspended or injured. like
Honestly,
it's crazy. Like and I don't know. Like I said, I think Tony should do like just do what Triple H is doing, be the big boss behind the scenes, but like have somebody else though too. Like have a team. Like you're like I'm pretty sure he has a team, but I think he's got the Vince McMahon mentality. Even though like it's like you became the thing you hate. You're like, oh, you hate how Vince McMahon does business, but you're like doing the same shit. You're probably
yeah,
like people are coming to you with ideas. You probably only accept certain ideas from certain wrestlers because if it's like the Young Bucks or Kenny or whatever, you're not pretty much not going to tell them no. You're just going to be like yes, and then same thing with probably them people going to the EVPs. It's like hard for that, or they say yes to pretty much everything, and so there's so much shit that is off that's not off limits that it like something CM Punk had said. I think he said it in AEW. It might have been AEW, might have been even before he like went to AEW. But he was like, if you got to curse like every promo and everything like that, he's like, it just takes the shock factor out of it, and it doesn't make it feel as authentic and all this stuff like that. So it's like, but that's kind of like the attitude AEW has. It's just like, okay, they just want everything kind of like cheap almost. So it's just like, okay, you're gonna get a cheap pop because you used the F word. You're gonna get a cheap pop because you mentioned a wrestler from another promotion. You got a cheap pop because you brought up something like about how they failed in a previous promotion. It's like, come on now.
it's
So I
nothing
don't
original now.
yeah, like stuff we already know, stuff that we're expecting. Like, and it was kind of like that with the CM Punk, but with the CM Punk MJF beef, like you kind of already know what was going to be said, but it was the way how they said it. It was kind of like it was entertaining. It was good. It was like when he said, "I'm going to finish you faster than your MMA career." Damn, wouldn't have expected to hear that. That was actually something kind of. But AEW, I don't think is dead. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, AEW is dead," and then it's not going to be
No,
dead. It's not dead. They could definitely bounce back. Still very early in the company's history. They're still breaking records and doing things. Like people want to talk shit, but they're all in London, despite the controversy. The amount of tickets the arena they filled and everything like that. Despite that, they don't really get shows sold out on on a week to week basis, night to night. But when it counts, the big shows are sold out. But like we have stated in previous episodes, they're very big at giving us dream matches and giving us big matches, but they're not the best at giving us storylines to lead up to those matches. It's just kind of like it'll be like Daniel Bryan would just be like, "Hey, Will Ospreay, I want to fight you." Will Ospreay's just like, "Okay, when?"
okay, boom.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
at so and so, and boom, we'll have and boom, and just go off from that, and then boom,
yeah,
where that could have been like a whole storyline.
when like
But
Cody versus MJF was a good story. Adam Page versus who was he beefing with? I think it was John Moxley. That was decent.
yeah,
That was decent. John Moxley versus Kenny Omega. Darby Allin versus MJF. I
yeah,
think, but this was before MJF like had hit the had like got big.
yeah.
So that was that. Yeah, like there was so many good. But now it's just like I said, it's just kind of like giving fans what they want to see in this terms of like dream matches and just like okay, damn, like this is a match I want to see from these independent guys and da da da. But it's just no story behind it either. WWE will always be like what I think AEW, and maybe that's the issue is AEW is trying to strictly be a wrestling company. Well, WWE is a sports entertainment company, and even though they're bringing back more of the traditional wrestling aspects that the fans love because of Triple H being in charge, it's still at the end of the day they remember what they are, which is sports entertainment, like the Wyatt Six. That's entertainment. That is not. They're not athletes trying to be the best wrestlers in the world. No, they are.
athletes, just like entertainers right there. Legit. Honestly, to the point where it's like they still haven't had like a debut match. Still kind of crazy because they're still doing it for some shock factors. Like for
Yeah, no,
example,
yeah.
happens
They don't need a debut match yet.
these
SummerSlam definitely it could be like a debut or like a something like that because they still haven't even done all the like I think they need to do interviews with every person. Those
true,
Uncle Howdy interviews, or like at least maybe let it be not interviews every time, but him just recruiting them in different ways. Like with Bo Dallas, it was like because he is like, oh, I was close to Bray or whatever like that, so I interviewed you. But like with everybody else, he finds them at like low points of their life, and he's just like, "Come with me, my brother. Come with me, my sister." You know. Um, but they're creative, man. So and I think that's what like AEW, but because that's what fans wanted, was just like, okay, we just want wrestling matches. Like, yeah, the stories are cool, but like we just want basic stories. Okay, these two don't like each other because of this. Let them go in the ring, let them settle it, whatever, blah blah blah. But now that things are being done right and long term storybooking is now being done on WWE's part, and there's been some hiccups. Like there's that whole list I told you about the other day where they were like Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits, Becky Lynch, a couple other people. They were like, Triple H is fun, but not everybody is going to get used properly or at that time be used, and because of that, it's like, all right, like people want to have their cake and eat it too. And as wrestling fans, we think we know everything when we don't. And I can say that as a wrestling fan, like, we don't know everything. We don't know what's truly best for business. We don't. We have an idea because of what we've seen throughout the years. Like I said, like traditional like values. Like, oh, a lot of people like, oh, the good guy has to win more times than the bad guy. The um, you know, the certain things have to happen a certain way when it doesn't. Like with the whole money in the bank situation with the cash in, which we're going to talk about. Um, that was interesting. So anyway, so back to my original point, AEW, I don't really keep up. TNA also don't really keep up with, because usually Thursday is the night after, like I said, that hectic ass night for me. So I don't be like doing anything on Thursday. I just be like straight up chilling. Probably should start, but also it's not. I think it's on like Access TV, which is like another subscription, which I don't need. I don't need 10,000 more subscriptions to watch shit. So, like in AEW's case, I can watch Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, like both AEW programs. I can watch all of that perfectly fine. But like doing for like ROH, well, I don't even know when the fuck ROH comes on.
nah. I think because of AEW, I think
Mm.
yeah, I think AEW bought Ring of Honor.
Well, I know they bought ROH, but I'm just saying is I don't even know when ROH comes on. Yeah, I don't know when ROH comes on. That New Japan isn't on any like American networks.
No,
Um, So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of tough to watch like a lot of stuff. GCW, I don't think they have a TV deal, so they're not on there. Um, MLW, same thing. NWA, uh, they might have a TV deal, but they're mostly on YouTube. I think they chose to go with the internet route and just mostly be on YouTube. DPW is fire. Deadlock for wrestling. Yeah, I'm recording. Okay, but yeah.
but uh, I think about Judgment Day with Liv Morgan.
Oh yeah, that's Yeah, Judgment Day with Liv Morgan. That's been an amazing, amazing storyline. Um, my boy Dom, bro. I've said it over and over. I don't know if I would have like folded right away, but after some of the shit she's pulled out, I would have folded. Like when she like fell on top of him because Selena Vega. I don't think like looking back, I said that like at that time, but I don't think I'd have been like, all right, like. But when she like had his jacket, she's like, you gotta take it off. Oh no, out right then and there, folded. Don't care. Would have folded.
Not even the point where
And that shit killed me because David Priest really walked around the corner. He's like, "What the fuck you doing, dog?" He's like, "She got my." Shit was so fucking funny. It was like, "She got my jacket, man." He's like, "What are you doing?" like, like an older fucking brother or like a father figure. He just like walked like, dude came from God knows where. David Priest is walking around like I think he has some like fruit in his hand or some shit. And he's like, "What are you doing, Damien?" I mean, he's like, "What are you doing, Dominic?" And I think he even like says something to him in Spanish. Like,
yeah,
"What are you doing?" Yeah, he's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "What? She got much of it." Yeah, she's like, "Why don't you take it off of me?" I was like, "Oh my god, bro! I would have fucking folded, bro. I would have folded like a lawn chair." But
I
bro,
don't
they
blame you.
now that SummerSlam is coming up, they really do gotta have they gotta have another contract match, bro, for Dominic Mysterio, bro.
Honestly,
It's
we can still come back.
no, and it'd been 20 years, bro. Oh no, it's 2024. It's 2024. I was about to say if it happened next year, it'd have been 20 years from that match, and that'd have been funny as fuck to do it on the 20 year
Mm.
to do it on the 20-year anniversary. Have there be another contract match, and it's just like whoever wins, they're like Dominic is contractually. I can't say that word. He's basically obligated to be with that person. But yeah, no, that shit has been gold though. And then like with Finn Balor taking the room, that shit was funny as fuck. It's like it was like, all right, we're nobody's gonna take the card. Nobody. He said, yup. And you just see his hand just sliding.
Okay.
I was like, bro, that's funny as shit. But yeah, Liv's doing amazing. Um, character work right now. Everybody's just doing amazing work. The Judgment Day, I don't. It's gonna slowly happen, especially after what happened backstage yesterday. Money Bank's gonna happen sooner or later, but I really kind of wish they held out for like another year or so because they're still entertaining. Like there's still things they can do, and like people just like the Judgment Day, but like it was supposed to fail. It really was supposed to fail in the beginning, and
But like now, people love the character. Like Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, JD.
even JD McDonough, JD is starting to get some love now. Carlito still is a weird fit.
Yeah, I I don't think so. I don't feel like he's a part of the group.
No, bro. Like everybody's just there being all serious, and he's out here eating apples, bro. Like, what you doing? What you doing for for? You know, they're supposed to be trying to get all the gold and all the shit like that. What's he doing?
He's not even like the mouthpiece.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not doing nothing. They just kind of were just like, listen, like we've re-signed you. We just need you to be somewhere. So guess where you're going? Judgment Day. But it's hot, bro. Jesus. This ain't Jesus is doing, bro. This is straight. This is what the fuck it probably feels like when getting hit by Satan's sweat.
I ain't thinking
Like if
like
he
that.
just flicked it at you, it just burns you, bro. But fucking I think that like what else was I gonna say? But yeah, so that shit's been going on the last couple of weeks is them, like I said, Dominic Mysterio. And it hurt, like, and it's even Liv Morgan, like, saying shit and doing shit on Twitter and all this shit like that. And which is funny because Dominic Mysterio is married in real life. Just recently got married too. Like, I
Yeah,
think it was like end of last year or beginning of this year or something like that. So it's like, he's not going through the storyline. And obviously, I'm pretty sure his wife understands, but it's still like, she got to be like a little, like, she's hitting this man with a pillow in his sleep at least one point. Like, So she gonna just say this? You cool with that? He's like, babe, it's part of the storyline. She's like,
I can see that. I can really see it.
she's like, so you was gonna take your jacket? You was gonna take your jacket off, huh? He's like, it's like, no, Damien was there.
Uh,
I honestly,
the
no,
same
no
Damien
uh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was gonna. All I was gonna say was that I just keep thinking back to that segment, and I just see me and you. Like I'm Dominic Mysterio, and you're like Damian Priest, right? And I'm just like, I'm about to fold. I'm about to simp over some chick. You're just like, what are you doing? Don't worry about it, bro. I'm just trying to get my jacket back.
no, trying to get my jacket back. Wild. I'm so sorry.
But
Um,
shit is like I said, shit is really hilarious. The Judgment Day stuff is going well, but anyways, I think so. A whole bunch of stuff's happened, all that shit. And then let's just get into one big thing that happened this last Friday. Not like this Friday that just happened. Last Friday. I think it was last Friday, right?
yeah,
Um, Paul Heyman, who, bro, he's good at just making himself look like he's been through a rough couple of days. He like did, I guess, didn't shave for a couple of days on purpose. Like let the peach fuzz start to kind of grow back in. His eyes are real red, like he ain't slept or been crying for like 12 hours straight. Like he just looked like he was messed up. And Solo Sokoa was like, "You gotta acknowledge me as your tribal chief." And Paul Heyman did it perfectly. He says, he took a while, but he says, "Solo, I love you, and I acknowledge you're not my tribal chief." And the crowd exploded, which made it even better. Because I mean, the crowd, I never heard a pop like that for like a manager, like person in that regard. And then, Solo slowly looked up, which I was like, damn, that's really Adam. And then he hit him with the fucking
easy.
the thumb spike bullshit move. This man, Paul Heyman, was like, my chest. He put his thumb to my chest. It really hurts. And then, they like, hit him with a shield, triple bomb through table. We ain't seen him since. He's probably dead.
Damn right
Kayfabe,
now. Kayfabe,
man.
yeah.
We ain't gonna see him for like 6 months, just from one table smash. But no, in all seriousness,
Oh,
he
you're just gonna see him outside the ring, and at the moment you see him like clean, like very clean, all that with his back, like his hair back, like dye and all that. You know Roman Reigns is back, and boom,
yeah,
you could be like,
facts. I'm excited for Roman to return. It's gonna be as a face because Paul Heyman's basically turned face, which is so cool to see Paul Heyman finally be face, which makes me think he's about to retire soon.
of course,
So he's probably gonna retire soon because he got the Hall of Fame status. He got nothing else to prove. He's might not have been able to ECW be successful, but he's been successful in everything else. Has been a producer, has been like head writer,
okay,
has been all this shit. So I think that was kind of cool. Like, okay, for one final like run, you're gonna be a good guy, and so that was beautiful. Like I said, he was like, "You're not my tribal chief." The fans went crazy. Solo Sikoa slowly looked up, hit him with that shit, put him through the table. Then this past week, I don't even know what the fuck happened.
this this past week he says is that he's the actual tribal chief. No, that Roman is not, and
Uh,
like Roman's not gonna come back at all.
oh, that's why you were talking about
Yeah,
that. Okay.
and then so
Because like I
if
work Fridays also, so I've been missing sometimes Friday SmackDown.
yeah, that's what he said. If Roman wants it back, he has to come and take it. I'm like, ooh,
Mm, yeah, yeah, that So yeah, and then Monday Night Raw. I don't even know what that. I don't think nothing really too interesting happened on Monday Night Raw, but um, this past week. But SmackDown's been hitting different, bro. When it's a good time in WWE when SmackDown's doing better than Raw, with just the storylines and everything. I mean,
yeah,
Judgment Day storyline's okay, but that Bloodline story on SmackDown's just hitting different now, bro. Shit is like it's like a smooth glass of scotch on a hot
like
day, bro.
literally, it's just like it's a story that you keep on going and going.
Yeah,
And
because I
we
was like, bro, I was like, all right, bro, how they gonna keep it going? Now it's all tedious, it's boring. But then it's just like they keep adding these new layers, bro, and it's just like, bro, Triple H, Triple H just be sitting back, bro, with that chef's hat on because he cooking,
honestly, mind you, that's like it's him with Roman
cooking.
and Paul Heyman talking about the whole storyline of the bloodline, which is like perfect, perfect. Because everyone is still connected and still knowing
I
what
kind of want to see though when Roman comes back, like it, like maybe Paul Heyman gets excited, says something like, "Oh my god, my tribal chief," and he'll be like, "No, I'm not your tribal chief. I'm your friend," or some shit. Like he just says something like that, like, and he's like, "I created this monstrosity. Now I got to put this son of a bitch down," and he just like, and then like you just hear like like the Rock's music or some shit play. He'd be like, "You think Solo, that meathead, is really the man behind all this?" And he got his like little belt buckle and his fucking Versace vest. He's like, it was me.
mm, it was the Rock.
I mean, that'd be funny as fuck. If he did
Uh,
do some shit, he'd be like, nah, you wanna know who's really the head of the bloodline? Roman, and then he like turns around and he just like does like a weird voice, like it was the Rock. It just turns back around, like, bro, like, it should be funny as fuck to me, man. He'd be like, but yeah, so I'm excited. So that's what's like gonna happen, like Survivor Series, which is gonna then lead to like WrestleMania. And bro, I'm just excited, man. This and it's crazy. We're already about to be in August, so like one, this summer is going by real fast.
yeah,
Two, um, it's just like, bro, like damn, like WrestleMania, it felt like just happened, and now we're about to be like we're on our way to the next one, and it's just getting closer and closer, and it's just like, bro, 41 could possibly be bigger than 40, especially with one little bit of news that we got yesterday at Money in the Bank, which I think we should just now talk about Money in the Bank. So to start off the night, we had the men's Royal Rumble, which had you
Royal
remember who was
Rumble.
I mean Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank. Yeah, they start doing two rumbles a year. You didn't know that? One to go,
Yeah,
one to main event WrestleMania, one to main event SummerSlam.
that's wild.
No, but my fault. No Money in the Bank. So I think it was definitely Jey Uso who had a pretty great entrance. Chad Gable,
Finally.
Carmella,
Mello,
L.A.
and
Knight,
Andrade.
Andrade. Damn, yeah, I forgot. And did he? It looked like he had a black like a black mask on, right? Like he was supposed to be Black Mask from DC, right?
Yeah,
That shit was fine. Yeah, that shit was fine. Him and who's the last person? Oh, Drew
Drill.
McIntyre. Yeah. So those guys, bro, they were going. But like I said, we as American crowds need to step our game up, bro. It's only the first match tonight, and their fans are screaming "Holy shit!" after two moves and shit like that and everything. But they were going hard. Like they was from
Bro,
the opening bell. Like as soon as the bell rung, everybody threw somebody into a corner and was just swinging. like, and then like Drew hit somebody with a Glasgow kiss. I think it was Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo was
Mello.
selling. He was selling his ass off in that match. That part where LA Knight was just hitting his head into the fucking announce table and he's like fucking dolphin diving onto the fucking table. I'm like, bro, like that
He's
shit.
selling.
Yeah, he was selling like hard there, bro. So, and he ended up. So Drew ended up winning, right? Which surprised the fuck out of me because I luckily yesterday was slow at my job. So I got to watch pretty much the entire event with no issue, except for like the women's Money in the Bank. I had to miss a little bit of that due to customers coming up or whatever. But so I watched the entire match, and I was like, it has to either be Jay, Chad. But that damn, they all could have won. Actually, when you really think about it, and
Yes.
that was so tough. But the main three people I thought it should have been definitely was Jey Uso because he can't just keep losing these big matches when he's supposed to main event Jey Uso. Um, Chad Gable because he just got out of that good ass rivalry with Sami Zayn. Definitely 4.5 star matches. Um, or LA Knight. because LA Knight needs something. He is getting up there in age. He needs something before he can like retire or whatever like that. Um, so definitely it was crazy to see Drew, but I texted you. I was like, what the fuck? And
Oh,
you're like, no,
what?
why? He was like, trust me. He was like, this is what's gonna happen. And then so anyways, we go into the second match, which what was the second match?
Second match was Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn.
That was surprisingly a pretty good match. Like
Honestly,
all the matches were pretty good when it came to like quality of it. Like just everybody, like it seemed like everybody has something to prove. But I also think that because the last pay per view, I think like the ropes like were loose or whatever like that, so there was a lot of botches, whatever like that. So I think they were
mhm.
like, "Oh, now this shit got fixed this time. Now we on fire." But Braun is a specimen. He's not human. Like he is not. He is not a regular human, bro. That man was made in the lab on some Homelander shit.
New
Like
Brock.
because he did a Brock thing. The way how he just jumped up onto the apron, no sticking his arms out, or nothing. He just jumped up there and then just jumped back off and did a dive. Like, bro, calm down, bro. Like that man had enough testosterone in his body to kill 7 bulls. Like, calm down. Like, but him and Sammy, man, they went at it. And one thing I do kind of like, honestly, is with Sammy having that such long hair, is it makes him look like he's been through a war when it gets messy. So it's like even if the match wasn't like a back and forth, hard hitting, you don't know who's gonna win, and it was like kind of one sided. It still looks like okay, Sammy went through a little bit of adversity because his hair looks like fucked up, like he's been through some shit. But in this match, he was getting fucked up. He was getting tossed around. He got speared out his fucking boots, and then he won. I, Obviously, I don't think I knew like no titles were going to most likely change hands regularly because I also for some reason did not know that it was going to be a triple 6-man tag team match. I thought it was Cody versus Solo Sikoa as the main event. I didn't know it was a 6-man. I didn't realize that. So I was like, oh yeah, I was like, I know for a fact. I was like, Cody's going to win. There's no way like unless somebody cashes in on him. And I was like, well, I don't know who's ballsy enough to do that.
Yeah.
The night they won it or whatever like that. So well, Drew. Um, Third match was
Seth, Seth, Seth versus Damien.
which was a great match, man. Those two definitely got good chemistry. Their styles are kind of similar, except for Seth's more high flyer, but like the way they implement kicks, the way they do certain things, it was. And that was one thing that they had said was they kept calling like the reason I would keep calling Seth the architect is because he learns to do things differently. Like he would do some of
Style.
the same spots over, but then he would do something different. Like he'd do the first part the same, but then like instead of like the one thing was instead of attacking
Yeah.
back of the head and
He
attacking
took a
back.
knee.
Yeah,
And then it was elbow.
yeah. So it was like just showing like that he can adapt and do things differently. But that was a great match. They both were, I think, were down. Um, and then we hear swords being pulled, and then we hear
Yep.
them bagpipes being played, and as we see a 6'5" Scottish motherfucker running down that ramp with a briefcase, and he says cashed it in, and it became a triple threat, similar to how it was for the heist of the century with Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, and Roman Reigns. This was so. Then to go from there, Drew
Controversy.
won. It's like, no, let me stop. Fucking yeah, there was controversy. Well, there was also controversy in the match. Yeah, Seth technically won the match. Damon Priest did not kick out out of a 2 count. A lot of people think he might have gotten concussed or was just like a little out of it. Um, and that's why he didn't. Because I was like, wait. I was like, he definitely hit 3 there. I did not see Damien's arm go up. I didn't see Seth like move like as if he got pushed or nothing. Like so, and then you had texted me, you were just like screw job, and I was like, screw job? What the fuck's a screw job? Oh, okay. I probably I was like, damn. I was like, wait, was that done on purpose? I was like, no, there's no way that was done on purpose. I was like, Triple H isn't like a wrestler no more, so it's not like he said screwed over Seth or something. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I'm thinking. So then, yeah. So Drew cashed in after that controversy, um, and then he's fighting, and then an how's that shit going, Smash Bros? A new opponent has
Bro,
arrived,
right.
and it was everybody's favorite Phil, CM
So
Punk,
the second
and this.
city saint,
Okay, you let me
or
give.
or as Drew McIntyre and Wade Barrett would say, the second city devil, having all that hatred for little old Phil.
Facts.
Crazy.
Facts. But yeah, so he came in, he beat the fuck out of Drew. And I mean, he was beating dog piss out of this man. He was hitting him with chairs. He hit him with like a 2x4. He pulled out a fucking crowbar. He thought he was Joker or some shit. He pulled out a maxi pad, pulled out a drill. He pulled out a it's like no, he didn't pull it out. But yeah, I think he used mostly like a chair. He was just beating the dog, and he even stringing him with some wires from like a camera. And then he took the title and hit Drew one last time with it, and then sat on the announcer table. And I like how Cole, he's like, "Why?
Hmm.
What would you do?" And he was like, "My job." And I
Yeah.
just, he was like sitting there with his legs crossed like he always does. And then Damian Priest won
No
and
way.
kept his title, and which destroyed the internet for the night. Well, still right now, still destroyed. Everybody's complaining. They said that was a waste of a cash in. They said that was a waste of a cash in. They said that Drew, like why would he do Drew dirty like that? Even though that's never happened before. Same night cash ins have always been successful. So this was something new, something interesting, and what they did what it was supposed to, get people talking. And everybody hated it. But hey, and I hated it too. At first I was like, why the fuck would they just like have him? But then I'm like, as it was happening, I'm like, this is how like him and CM Punk were already gonna fight, but this gives Drew the ultimate reason to want to like destroy this man and be everything. He's like, I had another chance at the title, and you took it from me and made me the first person to win it and lose it same night, the Money in the Bank. So and like I said, it got to be like a hardcore match at SummerSlam. It can't be a regular match. Like these two got to fight in a no holds barred. They got to fight
Definitely
in
the
like
whole
a
bar.
false count. They,
A quick match, maybe.
maybe well, they just did one though,
Sure.
which was a
It's
pretty
hard.
decent. I ain't gonna lie.
I'd say
Uh,
something like Seth Rollins
yeah,
to be a part of that also.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, so Seth at the end of that match was like, "What the fuck? Like, why would you get in my business?" He's angry at him, whatever. So,
Okay.
and I think after that is when we got the after that match is when we got the special announcement, right?
Yeah.
Or did it go into the women's match? And it was
No,
after.
a special announcement that women's.
Yep. So there was a special announcement. Trish Stratus came out looking as good as always. Came out, said that she had a special guest with her. He
It
had
was
won 16 World Heavyweight Championships. And then you hear those infamous trumpets. Dun, dun,
not,
dun.
and Ric Flair came out. Like
Gosh,
himself.
it was Ric Flair the whole time. But no, John Cena came out and he had you know how he has those little flags? He put it up to
Yeah.
the camera and it said,
The
"This this
last
is the
time.
last time you will see me," or some shit like that. And I was like at work, and I was like,
No,
my jaw dropped. I was like, no. And then like as he was running, I'm reading his shirt. The backer shows he's running to the ramp because it's just showing like him from the backside, and it was like, you know, this is the last time you're gonna see me after I walk out the door or some shit like that. And I was like, no. So now I'm like, no, 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 no. This has to be another. This has to be a Mark Henry AJ Styles situation, right? He's about to turn heel for some reason, right? This is not gonna. So then he comes out and he basically tells us that 2025 is his last year wrestling. That it'll be his last Royal Rumble. It'll be his last Elimination
This
Chamber. It'll
year.
be his last WrestleMania.
And last Money in the Bank also.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't realize he was going to do the whole year. I thought he was literally going to do
The
the first.
I thought he was going to do Road to WrestleMania. I was like, that's crazy.
But yeah, he
But
said he's going to. I guess he had said it afterwards and
yeah,
during the press.
he's doing the first. He said like from the start to the end of the year. So we're having a full year of John Cena. So after,
Yeah,
and we're
I
going.
felt like he was. I felt like yeah, he was going to take a break from acting or something. Because this man was like has been in like 6, 7 movies back to back. Like
Yeah, I would say he's been making bank. I feel like now he realized like he could relax. He could go back to wrestling and like how everyone is right now. He can enjoy himself. I feel like this would be a great time if he really want to heal because he's not the like baby face of the company anymore and all that. He can go like fully heal and like everyone could be like, yes, this is what we want finally. But still,
so, a
it's like,
lot.
huh?
Of, my fault. I was going to say it was a lot of people. Well, not a lot of people, but John Cena himself said that for his final match, he always wanted it to be at
Ring,
WrestleMania with
ring
Randy.
on. He
So,
was. I mean, also at the O2.
but if he's gonna do the entire year, then his final match wouldn't be a WrestleMania. But I think his final WrestleMania match could
Yeah, that's
be
what I meant.
yeah, could be
But
against Randy.
I was gonna say he also said he wanted to fight at the O2 in London. So hopefully,
Yeah, so like WrestleMania 41 is already looking like that's crazy because it's John Cena's last WrestleMania, bro. So like that's already like crazy. Um,
tickets tickets could be expensive. I can't wait in
well, it's
London.
already in Vegas, so it's already gonna be expensive as it is. Like you
Well,
should see
true.
UFC tickets when they're in Vegas, bro. It's like $10,000 for like the nosebleeds. Like
No, but people gotta bet the ticket though. That's gonna be like something priceless.
facts,
'Cause,
bro. Like you just seen like you seen the legendary career of John Cena end before your eyes. Like people gonna be crying, people gonna be sobbing and shit. Like it's the last time they gonna see this man at a WrestleMania.
well, competing in WrestleMania, I can still see him making like appearance and all that, or like be a host for like for one of them.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So going on from that then emotional, shocking announcement, we go into the women's Money in the Bank, which was absolutely terrible. Segment stuff. Adam can kind of take over for this section because I saw like kind of the beginning of it, but then like I said, I was kind of like I missed like a decent amount because I had literally one lady take up most of that entire time trying to figure out what she wanted to eat, asking if we had fucking Chipotle mayo and shit. Like wasting my god, like I'm hearing it low key off to the side, like the match, and I'm like, come on, this lady needs to hurry up, man.
Hey, it's alright. The match was good. The match was good also. Um, where they had a bit where like Chelsea Green was afraid of heights, and where it was like, okay, wow. And where it's like the beginning of the match, all the women went outside the ring to go with Chelsea Green just staying in the middle. So she started jumping like up and down. Like the moment she started doing that, I was like, oh, she's gonna just do this for like the comedy and all that for the entertainment. So I was like, she's not gonna win this. But hold on that thought for when like so Isaac kept on going all that. She's trying to conquer that. You see Lyra fighting like um Zoe. You see this
Yeah, what the fuck was up with Zoe Stark's face paint?
yeah, that shit was wild. And that shit was lucky ass. EO being EO who's doing amazing work.
Yo,
Tiffany though. She was with
Tiffany,
it. Tips though. I'm trying to remember the last person.
Naomi.
Naomi. And when
Hey, hey, yo, like I said, bro, she needs to bring that theme song back, bro. That shit was
no,
fire.
see, there was a moment where it was like they show how flexible Naomi was and all that.
Oh,
Well,
she did like a split on the ladder, right? Like,
Yeah,
Like,
and they kept on pushing the ladders too and all that. And then she did like a DDT right there from that spot.
ooh, ooh.
Again, like I said, shit was fire. I mean, commentary also was being very meta with this. So there was like, oh, like what's the point of them set up like a ladder, like the ladder bridge and all that, if they're not gonna use it and all that. I was like, that's funny as
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah, I did see that part where Io, the way she sold that shit, I'm like, is she folded like a pretzel? Like, what the fuck happened? When I look back onto the screen, she's like,
But
her arms and legs are both behind her. She looks like she's like, I'm like, what the fuck? Because at first I thought she won, right? And I'm like, is she holding the briefcase? And I'm like staring hard as fuck at my phone because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. And then they like showed the replay, and I was like, oh
oh,
my god.
so that spot was crazy, and the way how she did it also, like how she carried I was doing that. Boom! I was like, whoa! I like both of them selling it where stood that supposedly stood in that spot for a whole minute. I was like, damn.
Yeah, no, I love that when people like Randy Orton one time today, he took a chair shot from Undertaker to the head and just stayed with his head like back for like a good 45 seconds. Cause it's like, bro, some of that shit is you're not supposed to get right up from or whatever. Like, it's kind of funny. I've been doing reaction videos for my YouTube channel and mostly been reacting to a lot of wrestling stuff. And I seen it might have actually been that video, yeah, to try not to wince, the one that I just uploaded, and a dude threw a chair, well, semi threw slash hit a chick in the head with a chair at an independent promotion. And bro, when
Damn.
I tell you with the echo and everything, bro, it sounded devastating. It sounded like just painful. I was like, I lost at that point. I was like, oh, like I was like, your face, your face.
Yeah. Hold on, let me take a look. Zoe, in that same match, Zoe botched 3 times where she's no, not like the move she does in the corner with
Mm-mm.
like where her whole body where she does the whole flip and all that.
Nope. I don't really pay attention to Zoe Stark.
That's crazy. Well, she botched that where she hit her head on the ladder. So that was one, that was one of them.
You
Another
said she
one,
bought this bro.
yeah.
I was
It's
Triple
like,
H when she would walk behind that curtain. I'd have been like, "Do you know what you're doing?"
but at the
She'd be
same
like,
time, it was a spam of they're like at the same time. So, like the whole 3 botches. So it was
"You
like
had
that.
to go all like back to back to back."
Yes.
That's yeah. She needs to go to NXT or some shit, bro, or get some more training or something.
Again.
That's.
But
I mean, like okay, like at King of the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring, the ropes were fucked up. So that wasn't really on the performers. It wasn't on the wrestlers. Which I don't know why they just couldn't tighten them.
I don't
I
know
guess
either.
I guess that's something that they have to do before the shows. But I'm like, you don't have nobody still there on like standby in case of shit's not tight enough.
I would say you have people like clean the ring and all that. So legit. You just check real quick to see like, okay, this is what. Boom, boom, boom.
Alrighty, so fucking, so who won the
Oh,
match?
oh yeah. As it came up to Chelsea Green and also Tiffany climbing up to the ladder and all that. Tiffany pushed Chelsea Green off the ladder, or Chelsea Green crashed into a couple of tables, which Tiffany out the briefcase and became Mrs. Money in the Bank. Because it's Tiffany time now. Never stop.
Yeah, you sounded zesty as hell saying that. He said, he said, he says Tiffy time now. It's
It is true.
like no, yeah, no. I was hyped to see if she won. I was happy for her. Um, I was like, I thought it was the right call. And see, people were bitching about the whole, with the whole Drew McIntyre, but it's like y'all not gonna say that like the right call was made. in the aspect of that Tiffany was like, because it was either supposed to be Tiffany or like I was
Or
gonna say
Chelsea Green.
Carmella, Chelsea Green. Like those are the only two options. That's all. I was like Naomi, like you said, she still has to kind of get like good graces in the company. So I don't see. Oh shit! I don't see her.
Playing Simon Says.
Huh?
Are you playing Simon Says?
No, I guess because I kind of have my phone right here because I like the notification to upload on Jordan's pages went off, so I tried to, and my stomach hit the fucking like hit that microphone symbol, so it just started putting down what I was saying. So I tried to stop it, but then I accidentally hit it again. So, but I was looking up like bar quotes or something like that, so I can upload that because I don't feel like. But fucking yeah, so what's it called? So yeah, so Tiffany won. She then right afterwards backstage got into it with Trish Stratus. That was a pretty good segment.
Last segment.
Then we get into the main event.
We got Bloodline with Solo
Adam, and his cousins.
versus Solo, uh, Tamatanga, and the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, versus Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Is it
If
me or did I feel like Kevin Owens and Sammy didn't get as big as pops as I thought they should have?
they should have, and it just felt crazy. But at the
Like I
same
mean
time,
when they went to Raw, which I think it was like either the Raw right after WrestleMania or like the week after the Raw that was there. They were in like Canada, whatever, and like Sami Zayn walked all the way from like outside into the arena and did that whole cool entrance where it followed him all the way from outside and he came through the crowd and the fans were lit then. But I'm like the fans were lit the entire night and I'm just like kind of like damn, like I was like it was still like the third match. Yeah, that was the third match, Braun Breaker versus Sami
yeah,
Zayn. So I'm like, all right, the crowd shouldn't be like tired yet. So I'm like the fact they weren't kind of like cheering for him, I'm like that's crazy.
hey, they just don't care.
And then for Kevin, I was just like, damn, they definitely wasn't cheering for him. That's crazy. But it was a lot of just like brawling in that match. It wasn't too many cool spots at first. Like it was just a lot of like tag team shit of the bloodline just basically keeping mostly I think it was Randy Orton and Kevin Owens in the corner, beating them up, tagging in and out, just mauling them in the corner. And then finally, I think Cody got in there. Cody was able to do some shit. And that's when just all hell started to break loose. I could say in the very beginning, it was Randy versus Jacob Fatu. He threw Jacob out. Jacob ran in, took a DDT like vintage Orton, and just got right the fuck back up when I think he went to like go taunt for like an RKO. And he was just standing there just looking at Randy. Randy was like, oh shit.
He's a different motherfucker.
Yeah, he's different, bro. He ate all his vegetables growing up. Every broccoli.
Nah, people, but the Bloodline won, which you have what's his name, Solo, picking Cody Rhodes, which now leads to Cody Rhodes versus Solo for the main event for the WWE the undisputed WWE Championship, which that's not bad.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I thought like Randy was gonna turn on him at some point throughout the match. There's just something in my being that just kept saying that. Um, but it was still cool to see, like I said, Kevin Owens and Cody try to put up a fight, whatever. But it definitely like because I thought they were gonna win, and I was like, the Bloodline cannot lose that. Like that would have been a
Yeah, but
situation of Netflix Nexus with Team John Cena in SummerSlam 2010. Like you will really destroy the momentum if they lose this match. So I was like, they had to really win, and it scared me because I think Cody hit like I think it was Solo or he hit somebody with like
Solo
two like yeah
Crossroads. And
Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
then Jacob Fatu came out and did a corner springboard move.
Yeah, and I was terrified because I was like, oh, don't tell me like this motherfucker is gonna like they're just
But
gonna be like, oh well, technically he had to take three crossroads to lose, so he's still strong or some bullshit. Like no, he can't.
yeah,
Like they
he
can't
can
lose.
lose.
They can't lose. And then I love how that shit ended. Though it was so good though. He had them hold him up, hit him with the Samoan spike, put him through a table. Well, not put him through a table. To Jacob Fatu got put through a table.
Yeah, yeah. Put it by Kevin Owens.
Yeah. So, but it was a good match, and when the ref got attacked, that's when I also thought Randy was gonna like low key like betray them. It was just so many like I don't know,
So many
but then also
factors.
yeah, but then also when the ref got attacked, some reason Sun kept telling me Jimmy Uso was gonna come out in a ref shirt for some reason. I don't know why. I just thought of that too. Because I'm like, bro, now it's Triple H's era. You don't know what the fucking happened.
Bro, if they did that, that would have been funny as fuck. But then again, like, you think Jay helps Cody and all that? Well, all reality, he helps Solo. And that'd been like a heel turn right there. I'd be like, that's wild. How you like switch up his whole flow of being like a baby face to a heel, where he still gets like a huge crowd reaction.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. That happened to her.
But you want to talk about the controversies?
Sure, yeah. Let's talk about him.
Again, everyone's always upset about the Money in the Bank males winners because it's not their favorites. Prime example, people saying Jay Uso should have won, Chad Gable should have won, and not least, LA Knight. And which, if you think about it, everyone's in kind of in a feud with somebody, right? Let's say Jay Uso start climbing up. Let's say Solo was still petty enough was like to make sure you don't get the WWE the undisputed WWE Championship. I'm gonna have Tamatonga and they'll take you out when you climb up the ladder. Boom. What many thought was gonna happen was the Chad Gable and the Wyatts six, and like the
Yeah,
moment
I thought that was gonna happen too. Like I thought that it was gonna be like they were gonna like the lights are gonna go out and he was just gonna disappear from the match. We just weren't gonna see him again.
yeah, that would have been funny as fuck. It would have been like it'd been a great moment showing like great fear and giving that to the Wyatts.
like
This
like Jay would have been like Jay and like it'd have been funny as fuck if Jay would have like been like saying something but we can't really hear him because he doesn't have a mic and he'd be like I told his ass like or some shit like that.
that would have
Like
been that would have been a great moment.
because he was just like he's like I already said that could have the fireflies. I'll take the mosquitoes, some cockroaches. He's, I ain't trying to up your ass.
Oh, what? What? This is really thinking. Oh, you got Drew McIntyre, which everyone thought CM Punk was going to attack him there instead of the whole match. Understandable. But at the same time, I like the outcome that came with that. But
Yeah.
I'll go to the next one. Let's say with Andrade. You got Santos Escobar still low key beefing with Andrade. So like that happens, and which the real true winner of the match, if we're going by that logic, one by one by one by one. Oh yeah, LA Knight, I forgot. He's coming up. He's feuding with Logan Paul. Logan Paul will take him out. So the only true winner is legit Carmelo Hayes, and which right now Melo like has fumbled like a promo like couple like multiple times. He got good in ring ability, but but right now he's like mid card right now, straight like you gotta let him like rest right now. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. On your phone, not paying attention to the podcast. Wow. So again, Director won, and they catching the same night against Seth and Damien. While Damien I feel like he was concussed, but if he wasn't, he felt kicked out when it was about to be three. And with the camera angle also, Seth won. And was I say
Yeah.
screw job.
Yeah. Not everybody's Roman. They can't kick out at 2.99999.
So that happened, and it was
You
near
good,
that.
bro? You being held hostage right now? What the fuck you keep looking at?
I'm perfectly fine. And mind you,
Heavily, Heavily being abused right now. He's being held against his will. Blink for us if you're okay, man.
I'm okay. Fucking dickhead. Anyways, like you won't look at your phone. Anyways, I
Well, I'm
even feel like Drew McIntyre was late also because his music and everything. I feel like that should happen when the ref was doing the count. The moment where you see a Michael for a pin, start the music.
yeah.
That could have saved and everything.
Honestly,
But and
honestly, that
then,
could have.
and then as we know, CM Punk's at Drew McIntyre, and which I love the other controversy where Damian wins now because Seth Rollins put that stipulations on where if he lose, he can't go up the belt the champion the World Heavyweight Championship um when if Damien's still champion. And we're surprise, Damien's still champion. So
Yeah,
and Drew lost his chance to cash in on Damien too, because of CM Punk. So it was basically like a FU to both of them. Like I brought both of you your chance. But at the same time, from CM Punk never did anything to Seth Rollins. He just did to Drew.
yeah,
Seth Rollins is mad that he wanted Drew to win it, but he could still have a shot at the belt.
yep,
I wish that is greedy. You
yeah.
make it
A lot of people are saying that he's going to definitely turn heel soon.
Seth Rollins.
No, Seth to go against CM Punk. That it's going to be Punk's going to be the face. Seth will be the heel.
Maybe, but people are treating CM Punk as a heel now. So everyone all this hate right now from CM Punk, from this, CM Punk is definitely the heel in this, and Seth is the face.
True.
At the same time, though, this rivalry could be saved opening to WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's supposed to last early WrestleMania.
So this is like a slow burn.
Um,
But yeah, it's again, people are mad that they're famous. They win the male Money in the Bank. That's all it is. All I gotta say to you guys, stop acting like some little girls. Not a stop.
yeah,
But stop being like a crybaby. We did that for WrestleMania. We can't do that again.
as you just sneeze hard. He trying to make a valid point. Just sneeze some of his brain out his fucking face.
Hey, still show a strong message. Strong sneeze.
Headphones almost came off your head.
Anyway, that's
This has been
my
actually
side.
good. This has been over. Usually we'd be like 1 hour on the dot. This has been almost an hour and 20 minutes. I kind of like that. It's more authentic. Actually, everybody in my house is chilling. The last time we filmed this, we had to end abruptly because my house was quiet, nobody was there, and then everybody came in literally as we were starting to wrap up, and I was like, oh fuck,
Yeah, it was wild.
shit happens. Um, but I don't live by myself, so you know,
Wow, wow,
still working on this shit.
wow, wow.
Uh, but anyways, definitely if you guys, no, what was I gonna say? Basically, if you guys enjoy this podcast, like I said, man, add it to your favorites. You know, share it around. Do whatever you do on the platforms that you listen to podcasts on, because we're on pretty much all of them. If you're watching this on YouTube, the video version, definitely make sure that you just you know, make sure that you know you just leave a like, you comment, subscribe to the channel, man. You know, the more subscribers we get, the more likes we get, the more everything we get makes us bigger, can lead to better quality episodes, can lead to us getting more attention and having guests on here and everything like that. And I know that that's something that I want. You know, Heavenly might want it also. You know, it'd be cool to, like I said, to get to that point where we're we're just interviewing all these famous people from the wrestling world and talking. They're telling us stories and all this shit like that. So make sure, like I said, to if you're watching on YouTube, to like, subscribe, click that notification bell, comment, and let us know if you agree with us, disagree with us, any points we made, and give us your opinion on about shit. You can also do that with the other shit, you know, on
Yeah,
the other platforms also. But yeah, you can definitely listen to us on Apple Music, well, Apple Podcasts basically, but like, you know, same shit. Uh, Amazon Music or Amazon Podcasts, because I think there actually is a difference in the apps or whatever like that. Um, what else?
there we
I think
go.
there's no, I
There's
said
no,
Amazon.
there's no stuff on that
Do I have this on
platform.
SoundCloud? No, I don't think I have this on SoundCloud.
No.
But I don't know. A lot of people, some people do listen to podcasts on SoundCloud though. But no, I didn't put us under. No, I was thinking of the sipping and shit. That's on Google Podcasts, which is about to end, or I think already ended this year.
There's that.
Definitely, like I said, support us on all that shit, man. That was kind of long outro, but it's been 3 weeks. Gonna try to get back to doing this, like I said, every 2 weeks. Um, since I'm about to be going back to school myself. This man just got out of school, but you know, he's probably gonna start something, some sort of career soon. So it's just like, you know, we're gonna be busy. So every 2 weeks, and if
There's some
obviously
time.
if we have time or anything like that, we try to film extra content. But like I said, nothing's guaranteed at the current moment. But you guys will still definitely every 2 weeks get a video. So this, I'll probably have this upload some by tomorrow, Monday the 8th. This is being recorded on the 7th, July 7th. So, like I said, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all for just listening and watching and just, you know, being there. Y'all the best.
Mm,
Dang, you're not,
I
it's just
mean,
fuck them.
you just said everything for me. I've been on
Uh,
co-host of Heavenly. I got nothing more to say. Like, damn, like my fault. That was a good send off. Respect, respect.